Hello everybody. So today we're going to be doing the look that you see on my face, and we're going to be using the BH Cosmetics times It's My Raye Raye eyeshadow palette. This is not going to be a full-on review video, but I will tell you these eyeshadows are pigmented, they're very blendable, affordable. I really like the color selection, and yeah, you've got eyeshadows as well as contour colors and highlights. So let's start the video. First, prime those eyeballs. I am going to be priming it with the Urban Decay primer that I use, pat it all over the eye. I'm not going to be setting it with a translucent powder or an eyeshadow palette color that is of my skin. Then we are going to go into the palette, and one thing before we start the look that I wanted to say is that while I know it's like, oh, it's not all eyeshadows, the fact that there are highlights as well as contour colors, those essentially are eyeshadows, so you're getting a lot in this palette. Just, think about it that way. And now we're going to start the eye look, going in with the color Mousse, and you'll see that the color is grabbing on a lot. It's not that this eyeshadow is patchy, but since we didn't set our base, we're going to be getting a lot more pigment out of our eyeshadow, and you'll see as soon as I start to blend this color into the crease that it diffuses perfectly. I didn't have any problems with it. And the shape that we're creating with the eyeshadow today is I am following the crease of my eye and then flicking it out at the end. So we're kind of doing that winged cat eye effect without the liner, and it helps draw the eye out. And this is where you'll see I'm following the crease and then flicking it out. Follow it and then flick it out. And then I'm going in with the lighter color Pancake. Going in on a small fluffy brush, I'm just going to buff out the lines from where we put Mousse down. And then once that's buffed, we're going in with this dark brown color called Midnight. I love it because it's got like a cool tone to it. It's like a cool tone coffee brown. It's a gorgeous color. And we're just going to mimic the shape that we already have laid down with our two lighter brown colors. Now place this and then buff it out. You'll see me kind of like stippling it and then going back in and doing gentle like swirly motions. That's really, I think, the best way to blend, especially when you're working with smaller brushes, and it's a good way to keep the gradient of your eyeshadows from happening instead of all the colors blending in just to one giant hot mess. Apply it and then blend it, and make sure that you keep the cat eye look with this dark brown color to mimic the whole shape that we've got going on. Now it's time for us to do our semi-cut crease. This is not a full cut crease we are doing, it's like a half cut crease. I don't know if there's a technical name for it. But take your time with this, play around with seeing where you like your cut crease to hit on your eye. I have small eyes, so I like to do it a little bit higher, just so that even when my eyes are open, you can still see what I put effort into. When you open your eyes, you still want to be able to see what you did. And now we're going to go in with our first color, Allison, our first shimmer color. It's just a really pretty champagne color. It's a common color, but it's done well, and we're placing that on the first half of where we have cut out our inner crease. Then we are going in with this dark color Passion, and it is just a really pretty eggplant purple. I love this color. It goes really well with the browns in the palette, and we're going to start off by applying it to the outer half of where we cut the crease out, and then we're just going to pat back and forth to blend it into the dark brown, the dark matte brown that we placed, and then patting it towards the inner corner of the eye to blend it into the lighter color Allison. Then I'm going to go in with the color Angel, and this is going to be our inner corner highlight, and oh my gosh, this color was pigmentedly beautiful and amazing and awesome. It's a white shimmer that has this beautiful gold. Now that we've got, the upper part of the eyes done, we're going to apply the base, our face. And I am using the Makeup Forever HD foundation stick. And I'm using a damp beauty blender this time. Sometimes I'll use a dry one, sometimes a wet one, depending on the foundation. For this one, we're using a wet one. And just blend your foundation away. Then we're going to go ahead, do the regular conceal and highlight. I used a generous amount of concealer for this part to do my highlight because I was going for a full glam look, and this is the Makeup Revolution concealer. So even though it looks like a lot, this actually blends out very easily, and it's pigmented but not super pigmented, so you can get away with using a little bit more. I'm also cleaning up the edges of her eye look while I'm doing the highlight. And then now that the highlighting of the face is done, go ahead and set all of that with a powder. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me powder, but use whichever one you like, and I'm using the same powder to set under my eyes as I am for the rest of my face. You know, just set everything so it doesn't move on you. Now eyebrows! Yay! My really non-challenging eyebrow routine. But essentially I am just taking in my eyebrow pencil and I am filling in the holes as well as creating just a tiny bit more definition. I'll extend my eyebrow a little bit at the end, and then I'm just taking the spoolie and brushing the hair and pencil gunk so that it all mixes together and looks good. Then to finish off the lower part of the eye, I'm not zooming in because it was just super simple on a smudger brush. I took Midnight, that dark brown color that we had used, and I literally just am connecting the outer V of the upper part of the eye and smudging it down about 2/3 of the way in. And then on another small brush, I'm going to use the same awesome angel highlight color that we used on our inner corner, and I'm just going to pull it out about 1/3 of the inner part of the eye so that it will meet where the brown is. And then that finishes it for the eyeshadow, but we are going to tightline as well as waterline our eyes with a brown pencil. Use whichever brown pencil you feel like works best for you. I'm currently using the flower one. Then mascara, a must for some eyelashes. If you are a falsies girl, go ahead and put on your false eyelashes. This is a look that, you know, would definitely look nice with some falsies. And then I'm also just gonna get my mascara all over my face because that's what I'm really, really good at is always smudging my mascara everywhere so that it's a hot mess. And now we're gonna contour! I am using the color Mocha, and I actually really like this. I wasn't sure if the highlighting and contour of this palette would work with my skin tone, but it blended out really nicely, and I felt like even though I was super, super fair, that Mocha actually ended up being a really pretty contour color. You'll see I got a little bit excited. Ooh, my computer's saying hello to us. But yeah, the contour color blended out really nicely. And then we're going in with blush. This is just a Tarte blush from my Tarte palette. And it's just, I'm using a nice corally orange one just to add some flush back into the face. And I will also do my normal thing where I will follow the face and bring it up along where I have my contour. And then I also will like to do a little nose dusting so that I bring a little bit more color back into the face, just the whole face, not my cheeks. For highlight, I did go in with Moonlight, and I was very happy to see that it actually worked really nicely with my skin tone, which is kind of hard for me to find sometimes because I am on the paler side, and I was like, eek, I don't know if this will have a cast, but this worked very, very nicely, and I was really happy with it. Then, you know, dust a little highlight above the Cupid's bow and on the bridge of the nose. Try to add some glow back into the face and just a little bit on the temples as well. And to blend in the highlight, I like to go back in with my sponge. I feel like it really diffuses it and makes the highlight look that much more natural, dare we say. As natural as it can be. And I'm also using that same highlight color for under the eyebrow / brow bone highlight. Normally I'll use a matte to highlight, but I really just wanted to stick to using this palette as much as I could. And yeah, I really like the highlight, so you know, it was a pleasure to get to put it on the brow bone and highlight with it. Then we're just going to finish everything up by throwing on some lipstick. This is the color Rosebud by Dose of Colors. I like it because it is a true cool tone pink. And then we're done, ladies and gentlemen. Our face is officially done. We can do all the dramatic beauty shots. Oh, we're so pretty. Yep. Yeah, you can't take yourself too seriously when you're doing those awesome beauty poses that we are gonna do right now so that you can actually see the finished look of the makeup. But yes, I actually really like how this look turned out with. It was super easy to put together and do. If you liked this look, I hope you give this video a thumbs up. And I hope to see you in the next video and that you are having a good day, night, evening, wherever you are. Big hugs and kisses, and yeah, that's about it. This is a wrap. I will see you in the next one. Bye.